Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren from Lady Lauren Explorer, and today, if you see people in the background, besides Prince, he's always there somewhere, it's my roommate. She's doing her graduation announcements and she wants to spend time with me, so let's talk about this. I have finished a huge omnibus and I feel okay. It is The Beauty and Lies by Adriana Force. This is a dark mafia romance. And what's crazy is it kind of reminds me of the Gianna Darling one. Oh my gosh, I forgot what that one was called. But it's the one where he kidnaps her when she's 18, takes her to his island, makes her fall in love with him, and then takes her back to her family to let them know she's okay. So in this one, we have, I think, five or six books in here. So we start off with Rafi coming to Chicago, and you see Mateo, because he's in Chicago, from Bloodied Hands. Him and Mateo are just cleaning up house somewhat with something that's going on in their dark mafia world. He's there to just be there, just having fun, like psychos do. So he sees her walking down the street with her best friend, and he instantly knows he wants her. He knows she's underage, but he wants her. So Mateo tells him, you can have her, but she has to have graduated high school in order for him to take her wherever he's going. And he lives in Ibiza. So, and that's literally just the prequel. Then we start the story. And it is dual perspective for every single thing besides the first prequel. Rafi sends 3 of his men to guard her for the 16 to 18 months she's taking to graduate. They're all brothers, but one of the youngest brothers is her age, so he decides to put him into her high school to guard her. Elsa is also a twin, mirror twins, and there is a dark past between her and her twin. They have shared trauma, but there's something that her twin hates her for. And we don't get to see this or what happens until maybe book 3 or 4. It's something where her twin hates her guts to the point where her twin, who is very reckless, she's basically she's labeled a whore.
What's the thing? Let him who cast the first stone. Whatever, I don't know.
But she hates her sister so much, she actually let her friend drug her sister to her sister because she wants her sister to be in pain. She wants her sister to suffer. That's crazy. Also, kill this twin. Kill her. Go ahead and kill her. You should never do that to anybody. I'm sorry.
I'll keep that in mind.
But as this goes on, she gets she goes to Ibiza for a exchange program, which we find out isn't actually an exchange program. Rafi actually paid for everything to make it seem like it's an exchange program to get her out the country so she can be in his country so he can woo her for 12 days to make her stay. And if she's not wooed in those 12 days, he will just kidnap her anyway. And that's what he does. He actually kidnaps her anyway. And it's just their life, their very traumatic and chaotic life of craziness. He inputs 2 trackers in her. He gives her a fertility shot so she can bring him a baby, because he knows that if he doesn't get a baby by her, she will then if she escapes, she'll just leave him because there's nothing attaching him to her. So he wants this baby, and he thinks the baby will make her stay with him, or at least make her have to be with him for the next 18 years. that doesn't go that far because she has Stockholm syndrome. She knows she has Stockholm syndrome, so it's like a thing in here. I'm letting you know. This is a 3.5. I did think that some of the books in here were a little too heavy on the dialogue and too heavy on the outside plot that didn't have to do with them. If you get what I mean. It's like I really wanted to see them grow as a couple or as captive and captor, but then we just kept getting other people coming in and messing everything up. But they focus more on that than actually having the character development between, especially Elsa. Like, Rafi, he stayed the whole entire way through. Like, he was just, I'm going to fuck you if I want to fuck you. I am going to keep giving you fertility shots so you can get pregnant. I actually don't really care what you think. I just know that you'll be happy in the end. Just submit. That's him the whole way through. Elsa, on the other hand, was a doormat at first, and she actually continues to get on my nerves as the books continue, because I was just like, oh my gosh, here you are trying to change someone who isn't changing, but you're falling in love with him because he doesn't change. Then you get mad at him for not changing, but you fell in love with the monster that he was. But I actually liked her in the last book because she had a backbone. And I'm letting you know, her sister is evil. And she deserves even more.
That she was nice after that lovely explanation of her.
She deserved a little bit more than what she got in the end. I'm letting you know. Also, the evil bad guy, the one that shows up in the first book, he gets what he deserves too. And I don't wish this on anyone but people like him who traffic little children and actually has little children as their pets, if you know what I mean. He deserves all that and even more. But yeah, heavy on the trigger warnings, so keep that in mind. But I will say that 3.5 is for me. I would recommend this, but I wouldn't reread this because it wasn't as dramatic. It wasn't as messy, sexual as I wanted it to be. It was okay. So, thank you. I know this is going to be almost like a little all over the place. Mainly because I just finished it today and it's all in my head. But I wanted to get this out. This is all in my head. With that being said, my name is Lauren. I post a video Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and sometimes Sunday, so please be subscribed so you can get notified when I have uploaded. And I hope you all have a wonderful day, evening, night, wherever you are. Bye!